Now, one of the biggest things that I hear from guys all the time is about how in the world do I start a conversation with this girl? I'm seeing her, I see her in public, but I'm too afraid to go up to her because, bro, I don't have anything to say. Or I'm just too afraid I'll go up to her and I'll trip over my words. It'll be an awkward conversation. I don't know. It's just not the best decision. Don't even worry about it, bro. That's why on today's video, I'm gonna give you 3 tips to have better conversations with women. What is going on, guys? I'm your boy, Trey Bryant, and I'm back again to bring you a video here today about dating. I talked about this a lot in the past on the channel many years ago, but I wanted to come back because I got some DMs from you guys and you were like, Trey, talk about dating like you used to. And so I thought it was a good idea to do a video on this because I know guys struggle with it. For you guys that are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join our community of guys that are growing each and every day to become better men. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok, go ahead and give me a follow at Trey Bryant Style. So tip number 1 is the most important one. I think this is where a lot of guys make the mistake at. And this is asking open-ended questions. And what open-ended questions mean, if nobody's ever explained this to you, is that you want to ask questions that require a response that is not yes or no or not a simple answer. They have to elaborate on their answer. Now, in the same moment, which is important about this, is you also want to build connection within the first few things you say when you walk up to a woman. Now, to give you an example, let's say you see a girl walking across the street. One of the things that you want to do by building a connection in the first few minutes of you talking to her. So let's say she has a coffee cup in her hand and it's a Starbucks coffee cup. You like Starbucks. Starbucks is an easy connection for anyone to talk about. So you could go up to her and say, hey, do you know where the nearest Starbucks is? What this does, this is not going to require her to say a simple yes or no. Because she has that coffee cup in her hand, this builds connection, right? So now because you saw that coffee cup in her hand, she knows that you like coffee. So not only is she giving you an elaborative answer where the nearest Starbucks is, but now you guys can connect on coffee. So maybe you can ask her, what kind of coffee do you typically drink? That could be another question. She can elaborate on that. That actually builds up the conversation because she is a coffee person. Whether she's going to explain to you that she's drinking it because she's having a rough day, she's tired, different things that you can build off of the conversation on. And then you can share with her, why do you drink coffee? Or what's your favorite coffee that you prefer drinking? For me, if I was in that situation, I would say, hey, I usually get a sweet cream cold brew. Just depends on how tired I am. And if I need it, I get 1 shot or 2 shots of espresso. What do you typically get? By you saying this and making these responses, now you have literally built up a rapport of what kind of coffee she likes. Even if you literally had nothing to say to her from the start, because you paid attention to that one detail, now you got something to talk about. Then also what you did when you shared what particular kind of coffee you like drinking and why you like drinking it, you gave an explanation. You gave her something for her to connect with and respond to. Tip number 2 is to listen more than you actually talk. Now you're probably wondering, how in the world do I do that? I can listen, but how in the world do I just get this girl to talk the whole time? It's really simple, right? Because in my last point, I talked about building connection. And in this one, once you've built that connection, it doesn't necessarily have to be this first time you've spoken to her, or it could be. But if you're in the conversation, let's say on that first date or talking to someone that you're interested in, one of the great ways to do this is by putting them in the expert seat and maybe asking a question that you know that they connect with. And you may not necessarily know that they connect with, let's say, coffee, but let's say you pick a subject that everybody likes. And this is for you just to have to be a little bit more aware about what's going on in the world, but picking a subject that everyone likes. Something particularly that everybody likes is music. Now, everyone listens to music. It doesn't matter if it's lo-fi, rap, hip hop, country, or even trap music. Everybody's into some type of music. So one of the questions that you could ask about music is by asking her, what are the 2 next best songs that you think I should add to my playlist? Now, what you're doing in this is you're asking her for a recommendation, something that she can speak to, right? So whatever answer she's about to give, she's about to elaborate and show you what music she connects with. And I don't know if you guys ever heard this before, but music doesn't ask for permission. Music goes straight to everybody's spirit and everybody connects with it. So when you ask this question, she's about to give you something that she truly likes and connects with. And this is going to give you an insight into who she really is. Now, I know you probably didn't think that deep into it, but in human psychology, this is the truth. Let's say she gives you an answer back that she really still likes old school R&B, or she really likes jazz because that's where her father used to take her to the jazz club when she was younger, or her mom used to clean up the house when she was younger and always play Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige, or something like that. So now she's giving you a personal memory and the reason that she connects with that music. Now, probably all of that, what she just explained to you, probably took up about 10 minutes because honestly, let's be honest, she's going to explain this to you in depth and really connect with it. And you're going to be sitting there listening, right? You're going to be given verbal cues that you understand, and in the same right, you're learning a lot about her. Now, tip number 3 is crucial. I mean, crucial. This is the most crucial part, no matter if you're on a date and you're going up to someone for the first time, this is important. This is leaving on a high note. And the reason that leaving on a high note is so important, guys, because you want to be able to come back to this conversation, right? You want to be able to come back and revisit hanging out with this woman, being able to talk to her, or later having a text or phone conversation that can follow up on the good vibes that you just left from her with. This is so important because so many guys don't know social cues and when's the right time to shut up and leave the situation. And I think that this is important when you are talking to a woman, right? Because if you're feeling out the vibes and you've just made those good connections, right? Now, just like I said on my previous point about saying that conversation of her explaining to you what music she connects with and why, she could tell you that, right? And then after 10 minutes, you may respond with a few different things. You need to see where the energy is at, right? If you really don't have too much to say anymore at that point, it's okay to go ahead and say, well, hey, look, it was really dope talking to you. I hope we can continue this conversation, via text, phone number. You get the phone number, you get the digits, and you bounce. Or you could just say like, hey, look, I'm gonna let you run and do your thing, or even say that you have some things that you would like to get done. No woman doesn't like a busy man. I'm gonna be honest with you. That means you got something going on in your life, you feel me? But leaving on a high note where the energy is good, the vibes are high, is a really good decision, because sometimes you can over talk your way out of a situation, and that is not the vibe, guys. I don't want you to be in that situation. That's why I'm giving you this advice. And those are the 3 tips, guys. I hope this video brought you value and gives you confidence going into that next conversation or approaching a woman after you see this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button telling YouTube that you enjoyed the video, and you subscribe to the channel and join our community. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.